Have you ever wondered why certain reactions feel almost automatic? Why do many people instinctively fear snakes, spiders, or heights, even if they've never been harmed by them? Why do we feel a strong need for social approval or belonging? Or why do humans naturally form close relationships and communities? These patterns may seem random, but according to evolutionary psychology, they might have deep roots in our survival history. The idea is fascinating. Many of our behaviors today may have developed because they helped our ancestors survive and reproduce thousands of years ago. The core idea of evolutionary psychology. Evolutionary psychology studies how human behavior may have been shaped by natural selection. The theory builds on the work of Charles Darwin, who proposed that traits that improve survival are more likely to be passed down through generations. But evolutionary psychology applies this idea not just to physical traits, but to psychological tendencies. In other words, our brains may have developed certain behavioral instincts because they helped our ancestors survive difficult environments. Example 1. Fear of snakes and heights. Let's start with fear. Many people feel uneasy around snakes, spiders, or high places, even without direct experience. From an evolutionary perspective, this may not be accidental. For early humans, dangerous animals and cliffs were real threats. Those who were more cautious around these dangers were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Over thousands of generations, the human brain may have developed a faster ability to detect these threats. So today, your brain may react to certain dangers before your conscious mind even processes them. It's a survival system that evolved long ago. Example 2. Attraction and mate selection. Evolutionary psychology also explores patterns in human attraction. For example, across many cultures, people often prefer traits that signal health, stability, or reproductive fitness. While cultural factors also influence attraction, evolutionary psychologists suggest that some preferences may have developed because they increase the chances of successful reproduction and healthy offspring. For example, indicators of physical health, signs of reliability or protection, traits associated with nurturing. These patterns may have helped early humans choose partners who could improve survival for themselves and their children. Example 3. Social cooperation. Another fascinating human trait is our ability to cooperate. Humans are one of the most social species on the planet. We form friendships, families, communities, and large societies. From an evolutionary perspective, cooperation provided major advantages. Early humans who worked together could hunt more effectively, share resources, protect each other from threats, care for children collectively. Groups that cooperated were more likely to survive. This may explain why humans developed strong instincts for trust, fairness, and belonging. Example 4. The need for social approval. Think about how powerful social rejection can feel. Even small moments of criticism or exclusion can be emotionally painful. Evolutionary psychologists suggest that this sensitivity may come from our past. For early humans, being rejected by the group could mean losing protection, food, and support. In extreme cases, it could mean death. So our brains evolved to treat social belonging as extremely important. This may be why modern experiences like social media likes, peer approval, or group identity feel so emotionally significant. Our brains are wired to care deeply about social acceptance. Example 5. Curiosity and learning. Humans also have a strong drive to explore and learn. Curiosity helped early humans discover new food sources, tools, and strategies for survival. People who were willing to explore their environment could gain advantages that helped them adapt to new conditions. This may explain why humans enjoy solving puzzles, learning new skills, and exploring unfamiliar ideas. Our curiosity may be an evolutionary tool for adapting to changing environments. Understanding evolutionary psychology doesn't mean every behavior is predetermined, but it can help explain why certain instincts feel so natural. For example, why do we sometimes choose short-term comfort over long-term goals? In ancient environments, resources like food were uncertain, so our brains evolved to seek immediate rewards when they were available. But in modern society, this instinct can lead to habits like overeating, procrastination, or impulsive decisions. Recognizing these patterns helps us understand that some struggles are not personal failures. They are the result of ancient survival systems operating in a modern world. Using evolutionary psychology to optimize our lives. Once we understand these instincts, we can work with them instead of fighting them. For example, use social motivation. Since humans are wired for social connection, studying or working with others can improve motivation. Group accountability taps into our natural drive for cooperation and belonging. Design environments that support good habits. Because our brains prefer immediate rewards, breaking big goals into smaller steps with quick rewards can make progress easier. Understanding that fear responses evolved for survival can help us recognize when our brain is overreacting to modern situations. This awareness can make it easier to regulate stress. Evolutionary psychology reminds us that the human brain is incredibly old. Our modern world, technology, cities, social media, has changed very quickly, but our brains still carry patterns shaped by thousands of years of survival in very different environments. Understanding this can give us more compassion for ourselves and others. Many of our instincts were designed for survival, not for the complexity of modern life. The human mind is not just a product of our experiences today. It is also the result of millions of years of evolution. Our fears, motivations, relationships, and social behaviors may all carry echoes of the challenges our ancestors once faced. And when we begin to understand these patterns, something powerful happens. We start to see that our behaviors are not random. They are part of a much bigger story, the long history of human survival, adaptation, and growth. And by understanding that story, we can learn how to navigate our modern lives a little more wisely. Subscribe to Psychology in Minutes for more.